Right.
Oh,
I'm
my
recording.
torches.
So, is there any place that you like to mine? Here?
I guess this mountain.
I don't have torches.
That's
anymore.
no longer a mountain.
This like pinkish clay. That's the kind of stuff that we want, right?
Yeah.
Wait,
I'm
show me
getting rid
which clay
Yeah.
first.
It's like this pink, the one that's all over the place.
Oh, this one. Oh. Okay.
That's the one.
Oh, my inventory's full of ender pearls. Who wants some ender pearls?
Some? Yeah.
I do.
Ender
Give
pearl
them to me,
party.
Edson. You know you want to give them to me. Thank you. That's good. Okay. Well,
Stop giving me them now.
And then Poet shows up and I stop getting them.
There we go. That'll do.
That'll do, pig.
That'll do.
Okay.
Edson, watch out.
I'm just mining. How are we? Hey guys, and welcome to another mindless mining.
Welcome
A minute in.
We're doing like hardened clay this time.
But it's still
So
mindless.
what do you think of
We
the
haven't
idea? Huck was gonna make a game show one time. It's not a game show. I mean a talk show. A talk.
Oh, there's a hole there. That's cool.
I just saw
Thanks,
Eneija's name
guys.
just drop.
What would a TimeShot talk show even be like?
The TimeShot talk show.
I would imagine it'd be kind of like a podcast.
So kind of like this,
Kind of.
with cameras and action.
Action.
Yeah.
Action packed. Yes?
Oh, my pig is gone.
But you'd have like a host who would like direct the conversation and
Yeah.
stuff.
Did you have like different
As opposed
segments?
to not having any host whatsoever direct anything.
Yeah, as opposed to
Nothing is
this.
as opposed to this.
Where we basically just
This,
we
where
just
we're
talk
just-
as normal and that's the show.
Nobody likes to see people talking normal.
They don't?
Then good job they're here.
Are you being serious? I don't know.
No, I'm not being
I
serious.
hope they do.
Well, it could be. Well, I guess we'll see whenever
But
those
we
videos come
talk
out.
about poop and things
Yeah, we do talk about poop.
quite a bit.
Yeah. Taking a dump.
An unhealthy amount.
Yeah.
What is a healthy amount of poop?
Well, we could go back to that poop scale.
The
I don't
poo
remember what
scale.
it's called.
Can we not? Can we not? Can
Did
we
I
not?
send you guys that? Yeah, that was like the Twatch tube thing.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
we
right.
wanted type number 3, I think.
Well, okay.
Okay, we should stop. We should stop while we're behind.
Oh, I love this.
Ha ha ha.
Behind. So.
Anybody have any
anyways.
daily occurrences to talk about?
Shoe threw up again.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
Wait,
Gone
it's
from poo
pronounced
to sick.
shoe.
This is great.
Yeah, shoe. What did
Shoe?
you think it was? Chew?
Cho.
Cho!
Well, how do you spell it?
I'm CHOU. It's
Yeah,
That's
that's
Cho.
Cho.
I thought it was Cho.
Are you guys thought it was Cho?
Well, it's
all
not
of a sudden?
shoe.
It's shoe. It's French. You should know this. You used to
It's
speak
shoe.
French.
It's not.
It's like my
Cho.
dear, mon petit
In French, I
chouchou.
would pronounce that Cho. I wouldn't pronounce
No,
that
it's mon
shoe.
petit chouchou. It means cabbage, like my little cabbage. Or my deer.
I'm sure there's an
And
X.
kumori,
somewhere.
kumori in Japanese is shadow, I believe. At least that's what Google said. So,
It's
so
like
it's
one
like
of those people that
shumori.
gets attacked.
So it's
Cabbage
like
shadow?
shumori, which means my dear little shadow. But apparently also mori can mean like death. So her name also means death cabbage. So I like that.
I
one
now
better.
know what I'm calling your dog from now on.
Death cabbage.
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 But whenever she's about to throw up,
Death cabbage. Who's
yeah,
He's a good death cabbage.
Where's the death cabbage?
whenever she's about to throw up, she knows she's not supposed to, or like that it's not good for her to do it in the house. So she comes up to us, and she smiles like she makes the funniest. Her cheeks puff up.
Guess what's coming?
And then the side of her like mouth curls up a whole lot.
Yeah.
And the first time she did it, we were just sitting on the couch and she came up to us and was looking at us like
And you were laughing your
with
heads
her
off.
head
'cause it was-
tilted down and that huge smile. And we both started cracking up. We're like, she's smiling at us. And then she just started blowing chunks everywhere. We're like, so now we're always like, beware the smile.
Beware the
good.
smile.
Because if she starts smiling, you know. It's coming.
Oh, that's great.
Did you find out about her allergies?
Do what?
Did you find out about her allergies?
Oh, we're still in the process of working through
Okay.
it. Yeah.
Mara's mic is quiet.
Yeah, you got quiet,
your mic got
Mara.
really quiet then.
Like, I know you're quiet in general, but you
Not
just
that
got
quiet.
real quiet.
You're
Clay for days.
It's better now?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
Still a little
Yeah.
quiet, but better.
Okay. Yeah, I'm
Allergies.
being quiet today, apparently.
Oh, that's better actually.
My dog has allergies bad. Like he's
Does your
allergic
dog
to
smile?
everything.
Oh, you
He's
have a
allergic
dog
to
too.
himself. I'm pretty sure he's allergic to dog fur. Like I'm pretty
Yeah, I'm kind of curious if that
It can
might be
happen.
what she is actually.
He's allergic to grass. I know that.
Oh,
Which, if you know
that's
dogs, they like
bad.
pulling in grass and eating grass. He is allergic to it.
He's allergic to life,
Yeah.
basically.
Well,
That's
now
unfortunate.
he's got diabetes. My little dog.
What kind of dog do you have?
An Affenpinscher Bichon cross.
Really?
Oh.
That sounds kind of weird looking, not gonna lie.
Yeah. No, he's horrible.
I'm sure he is.
He doesn't look like the Affenpinscher looks like a little monkey dog.
Yeah.
If you
yeah,
ever,
Effin
for those
pinchers
who
are
don't
kind
know
of
what it
weird.
looks like, it won like best in show at one of the recent dog shows, and it looks like kind of like a little Ewok monkey face.
Yeah, that's right. Ewok.
But
An
he
Ewok
doesn't
is a good
look-
description.
Like his face doesn't look like a little
Does
monkey.
he have more of the Bichon
Yeah.
cuteness?
He definitely has more of a Bichon face.
Oh,
So
that's
he's just
good.
like a little tiny black Bichon.
Well, that's redemptive.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
like a
thought you
little
owned an
tiny black
Ewok then. I was getting really
He's
happy.
Clearly a sissy dog, and I love
What's his name?
His name is Enzo.
Oh, that's a good name.
Oh. Yeah.
Actually, that was one of my best friends in high school. They had this little miniature pincher
Mhm.
named Enzo. And they would always put a muzzle on it when I came because it hated me. And it would just sit there next to me growling at me and like
Oh.
snapping within the muzzle. It was very uncomfortable.
This guy I used to work with, I went to his house a few times, and he had this massive dog. I don't know what those kinds of dogs are called.
There's
forget.
a
It's a
couple
pretty-
different
It's pretty.
ones.
It's like a big, like
Saint
not a.
Bernard, Leon
No.
Burger.
You know about like the bear-looking ones?
Yeah.
I know which
Like
one you
Leon
mean.
Burger?
Like if it
yeah,
stands,
the Leon Burger. I think that's what you're talking about.
yeah,
Sure.
there's like a couple that like they are not
Huge
dogs, they are bears.
fluffiness.
They are
Yeah,
bears.
it's humongous and fluffy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
So it's like Great Dane size, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
all a puff.
That's yeah. It's called a
And
Leon
the fur's
Burger.
really
So-
long, so it makes it look bigger as well.
So this dog hated people who wore hats.
Oh,
What?
Yeah, this was this thing that this dog had. I don't know how dogs develop these traits. I really don't. Dogs are weird.
dogs are weird.
They are.
What? So
They're lovable, but they're weird.
But like I would go to this guy's house to like work on his network and stuff like this because that's what I was doing at the time. And I would go to the door, and he opened the door one day, and then like it was this reflex action where I'm standing in front of the door, and this dog lunges at me like viciously,
Ugh.
just jumps, and this thing's bigger than a
Ugh.
human. It's
Yeah.
massive.
Yeah.
Huge.
Lunges at me, and he reaches out
And snatches your hat.
the owner
Oh.
reached out and grabbed it by the collar in like record time, just in time to stop him.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
And it was like one of the scariest things ever. This big,
so
massive.
Poet almost died.
From a
I wouldn't have
bear
died. I would have been knocked over for sure. This
Oh
thing was
gosh.
huge.
and then you took off the hat and it gave you a nice big
Right.
hug.
So I take off the hat. He said, "You have to take off your hat." It was winter, so I was wearing a toque, you know.
Yeah.
And
A what?
a toque, and
What's a toque?
it's a woolen cap.
Okay. I've never heard it being called a toque.
What do you mean you've never heard it called a toque?
I've never heard it called a toque. Okay, keep going.
So anyway,
Continue.
it's the Canadian French way of saying woolen cap.
Oh.
It's a toque. But I take off
Creeper!
this toque of mine, and he loved me, like
Instant.
instantly, like
Yeah.
transformed into like "Urgh, I hate you. Take off the hat. You are my best friend. When are we going to the park? I love you. Do you have food? Like,
Yeah.
he was a completely different dog. It's so amazing.
Did you like put the hat slowly towards your head and it started to like hate you again, and then you took it away really fast and it started to love you?
Oh,
No,
I
wasn't
tried that. For
cruel to
science.
him.
Yeah, that's mean.
When I was like, I think maybe 9 or 10, we lived out in the woods, and our neighbors had this Rottweiler, and they had just gotten a puppy. The puppy had wandered down to our house, so I was like, oh, I'll go take it back. Da, 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 da. So I take the puppy, and I'm going back, and then their huge Rottweiler named Samson, whose head was like bigger than my whole torso, was out, and he got all guard dog on me and was like snapping at me. And I don't honestly remember a whole lot of what happened because I blocked it out of my memory, I guess.
Okay.
But I managed to make it to the house.
That traumatic.
Yeah, I thought I was going to die, like, for serious. I really thought I was going to die. And I'm, like, standing on their front porch, ringing the doorbell, screaming for help, and he's got me, like, pinned in a corner, biting at me. Like, it was terrifying.
Biting
It was
at
horrible. Well, yeah, like, he kept jumping at me and snapping. He didn't actually bite me, but he was, like...
He was, like, trying to, intimidate /
Yeah, and so... So then, finally... The door opens, and it's their little 4-year-old daughter.
Oh, God.
And she stands there, and she's like, Samson, no! And he, like, keeps going, of course. And then the 2-year-old walks up behind her. I'm like, oh, my gosh, I'm going to die in front of these poor little children. I'm going to
Right?
Oh, no.
Not only will I die, but they will be
Oh, my gosh. And
traumatized
then,
for life.
finally, the guy comes up, and as soon as he walks up to the door, Samson stops. And so he's like, oh, hi. And he's like, how are you? And I'm like, good. I brought your puppy back. He's like, oh, thanks. See ya. And he closes the door after Samson goes in. And then that was it. And I walked back. And then I couldn't, like, walk for a while because I was shaking so bad.
Yeah. I would be shaking after that.
It
How
was
old were you?
insane. A 10, like 10-ish or something.
Oh, my gosh.
Which at that point, I was a little tiny thing. Little tiny thing. You know you're not picking up any of this, right?
I don't really want the poo-colored brown wool.
I like it,
Don't
but I don't have
like-
space for it.
She likes the poo code.
So if someone...
You like the
It's
poo?
like chocolate. It's like dark chocolate.
Oh, right. Chocolate.
Chocolate, not poop. Not everything has to be about poop, Poet.
Okay.
You try telling Fave that.
Everything is not about poop. Okay,
Did you clear out the prank already?
Do what?
Oh, the prank.
Did someone
fake
build
prank.
a giant poop?
No, you know the giant pink panties that I've got in my place?
Oh, I didn't get to see him yet.
Fabe built himself into them
What?
using clay.
What?
No joke.
He built himself into them?
Yes, and
yeah.
what's worse is he doesn't know proportions very well because it was like the legs were sort of like quite stumpy, which is all right, but the body was like a sumo wrestler body, right?
What?
Yeah.
His head was to the side with no neck,
What?
and
So
like,
it's like
yeah, it was weird.
a monster
And this
figure.
guy's a guy who wins build battles. all the
Exactly.
time.
This is what I'm thinking.
What is going on?
I think he thought. I think he's done it quite cleverly because if it was good, I would have just kept it and swapped his
Right!
head with mine.
Edson, you're right. We had that conversation, me and him.
Did it?
What?
We
So
actually
it's
did.
like, oh yeah, I know all about this.
I do know all about
That's
it.
what I
because
thought.
He wanted to record with me, and I think he wanted me to do it with him.
Right.
And I couldn't be bothered.
You
And
couldn't be bothered.
I was just like, I didn't really want to build
You're
a
like, no
thing,
thanks.
prank type of thing at the time.
Yeah.
So he ended up just doing it on his own.
Right.
Poet, not in
But-
pranking? What is this?
He was saying that he wanted to build a giant U in them or something like that. And we had this conversation that, well, why not build a giant Fabe instead? And he said, yeah, you're right. If I build a giant Edson, he'd think it looked too good and he'd keep it.
Yeah. Honestly, I was saying like if he built it properly, I would have just replaced the head. and just used it
So
as
I
me.
think that might cleverly be exactly the case.
Yeah, I think that is.
However,
He intentionally did
however,
it.
with all that said, I was also in the call when he was building it. A little bit. Not the
Oh,
whole time, but a little bit. And he kept grumbling about how terrible it looked.
yeah,
So
it did look bad. I still haven't like I've only tore down like a bit of the face, and now it looks even scarier. So, but he's also placed. You know my giant map.
yeah.
He's built a load of like you know how I think it was Code placed with lily pads in the
Yes.
swamp near spawn. He spelled out Code. Well, Faber's spelled out "you suck" in clay, but he's done it across the world that I've loaded in the map. So it's like dotted around the place on the map. So
Wow.
I need to travel for miles to like collect them all up. I was more annoyed
brilliant.
at that than the sumo weird Fabe thing.
Sumo Fabe.
Sumo Fabe. No, I've not even said the worst part. The nipples are in line with his shoulders. Yeah, it looks so
The
weird.
fact that there are
That's
nipples.
a conversation I remember him having with Code, too.
Like, I was like, I don't know where Fabe's nipples are. I've never seen them, but if they're there, they're not in the right place. They were in line with his
Why
shoulders.
are we talking about Fabe's nipples?
No idea.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay,
Sounds
so-
like a successful prank to me.
It does. That sounds like a good one, actually.
Actually, the news I just heard yesterday that sumo wrestling is on the decline. Popularity. Yeah,
Oh, really.
because they schedule most of the matches like during while people are in school and stuff or at work.
I've never seen a sumo wrestling fight in my whole
Well,
life. It's
I
not a
don't
thing.
think they
It's not a thing in
have them
Europe.
around here. Yeah.
I don't even think anyone has ever sumo wrestled in Europe, unless it's not in those
Talking
giant
about
suits.
In Japan?
Yeah, in Japan.
Oh,
I suppose, like...
And like it's a hard lifestyle to
baseball
upkeep.
in Japan. Like, baseball is humongous. So, I guess, like, traditional sport like that might not be... Like, they also really, really, really like their wrestling as well. Like, not
Mhm.
pro wrestling, but, like, WWF-style wrestling.
what
Mhm.
Japan?
Yeah. So
I didn't
maybe
know
that's also taking over more.
It might be. It might be. Oh dang! All this clay that you're just leaving to despawn. Actually, you're probably just like, no, you'll just pick it all up.
Oh my, there's so much clay in this double chest as well.
No, this is putting this chest up.
I like
Trying to save the clay.
pudding.
Okay, I need to eat.
And that's been
Start.
20 minutes, I think.
24.
24 minutes.
Yo.
Rapper Eneija.
Wow. Eminem, watch out.
Mm.
Yo.
Boy.
Yo. Dog.
Dog.
Dog. Yo diggity.
No diggity. No
Gonna
doubt.
bag it up. We out.
Anybody else remember that song? No? Okay. Just
What? Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey yo. Gonna bag it up.
Liam used to play that song all the time. Apparently it became really popular in Europe again.
Yeah, it did.
Why?
I don't know.
Pitch
Some
Perfect.
some songs just do. Was it in what was that?
Is that No Diggity? Is that what you guys are talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in Pitch Perfect. That's how I learned it.
Oh, that's probably why.
So they did like a cover of it.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
That's yeah. That
The
happens
Old
all the
Man
time. here.
Poet, that was on the radio all the time.
Mm.
I don't like this orange clay.
Like, seriously, all the time. Things like that. Little catchy songs that don't have much to them.
Isn't that like most pop music nowadays?
Yeah, but I think even more so back in the 90s was, like, if it's got a good tune, who cares if there's any lyrics?
Do bop 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 do bop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds familiar.
Not just Hanson or whoever that band was. But,
yeah,
like,
it was Hanson.
Yeah.
other, like, no
Poet
matter
knows.
what,
Wait, okay. I see you mining, and then suddenly a stack of carrots falls. What?
I dropped
happened.
the carrots.
Oh, okay.
Like, entire room. Yeah.
I just like see all this clay and then carrots. Like, what?
Yeah, I didn't.
My
know.
inventory's
the elusive carrot block.
Those darn carrot blocks.
Yeah, getting in the way of my clay. They only spawn in the Mesa.
In stacks.
The orange blocks. When
I actually
when
really
break
like the
orange
red
blocks.
hardened clay.
I like the red too.
It spawns so rarely though.
I just don't like the. I don't like hardened very much, but you could dye it.
Yeah, that's why I
And
put the hardened clay.
I don't like orange
Yeah, the orange is kind of hard to use in things.
because orange.
We were talking about how that red sand is like really, really, really nice to build with.
Yeah.
That
By
people
red
don't build
sand
with
and
enough.
orange.
I don't know what you would use it for.
Just a colored block that you can make stairs with and stuff. I don't know.
Possibly.
The chiseled stone, sandstone, red sandstone has the wither on it instead of the creeper face.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's kind of cool looking.
Oh, there's a lot of baddies here.
Yep.
Mesa.
Well, I think we should end it there if we haven't already.
Yep.